What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. We are live,
Yes.
and look who's here.
I'm alive, believe it or not. Those who are sad that I'm still alive, I'm sorry to disappoint. But how's everyone doing today?
I am good. Like we were saying before the show started, it's the week of,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like I literally, I cannot wait. Your interview got me hyped. Your thoughts on, your non-spoilery thoughts on the premiere episode have me hyped. Seeing everybody else's that had the privilege to see the screener episode, I'm ready. Like I can't even put it to words. I'm just ready. Like it's here. It's here, but I don't know. Justin, what are you talking about?
I don't think he knows how to read. Sorry.
They
That's not-
decided to end it, but I mean we've
It's
discussed
concluding, not canceled, not anything
Yeah,
else.
you don't-
It's,
You don't cancel a show that is in its 9th season. It's just it
exactly.
ends. A show that gets canceled is Naomi after only one season. That's just to use it a primary example.
But Andy, I know you have been very, very busy. You've been doing interviews back to back to back from Teen Wolf, which when I saw that, I'm like, okay, my boy is up there. He's talking to Crystal Reed and Tyler Posey. Like, come on. Like, let's give me a little bit. How did that get set up? Like,
Well, Screen Run they were invited to a junket, and then they knew that Teen Wolf is like one of my favorite shows, and they were like, "Do you want to do it?" I'm like, "Do I want to talk to the people of Teen Wolf? Yes. Do I want to talk to Sarah Michelle Gellar from Wolfpack? Yes. The other kids are also they're super lovely. Like they were really nice to talk to, but like Sarah Michelle Gellar is Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's freaking Buffy.
yeah.
So, um, yeah, it's that's kind of how it happened. So I'm honored that I got to do it, and I'm happy to have done it. Hopefully, it turned out well for everyone, and we will see what happens in the future.
It turned out well for me because I enjoyed your article, and I clicked it. I'm
Thank
like,
you.
And I'm scrolling like, wait,
Is that Andy's face?
I'm like, wait, wait, oh, it's him. Oh, I have to share this right away. I'm like, but no, like that was real cool. I'm like, the return of the century. It just so happened you did it. Like, come on. What's up, Chainsaw?
What's up?
That's what I was laughing at.
Why don't you join us?
You feel free. Like, you know what?
It is a part of the multiverse,
Come on, Jordan. Go on.
YouTube.
You can join us for a couple of minutes. Come on. Jordan, come on.
We're not even going to be on long tonight because this is like, guys, this is what I am calling the end of the hiatus, because we'll finally have like a show to formally talk about every week, at least, until they take their random
13 weeks, actually.
It's like we'll have talk about. We'll have episode previews to break down. Like, I'm excited because this will be the first time that I could do that with Flash in a live stream. I mean,
While the season is airing.
While the season is airing, it's also the last time I'll be able to do it.
I can do it now. Wait, crap.
You know what? better late than never. Late than never. And I know you guys will do a fun job. I love the new graphics. The Geek Drums live stream at the top. It looks slick.
That's all three. I come into StreamYard and I just see different stuff. I don't.
I figure out new ways to entertain people. That's how I do it.
Hey, it works for me. So
I mean, there's always like a step. Okay.
Definitely, definitely, and I appreciate it. That's why I plug you everywhere I go. Like I have people that are like, "How do you do this stuff for your live streams?" I'm like, it's this guy named Three Dubs. His name is not 3W. 3 Dubs. Look him up. He does everything of this sort, and he's good at what he does. So, speaking of I guess since Hogwarts Legacy is out, the trains just want to keep coming. I guess. Um,
I can't hear it.
well, you can't. Sweet, maybe I fixed it because it was just honking loud as ever.
Although I'm getting old, so it's like
Oh,
I mean,
chainsaw dinner is being served. I understand. What are you having for dinner though? Oh yes, and your videos are amazing. Your TikToks. I'm trying to get like you on TikTok. Although I'm almost up there with you on TikTok. I cannot lie. I'm almost up there with you on TikTok.
so you can't lie. So what about that 500 pound bench press you were talking about?
I can lie about that. Yeah, I know he's playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm pretty sure, I'll whoever jumps off of there, they'll see this video and catch it in the reviews. It is what it is. He's enjoying that too, by the way. It's actually I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty fun, but I did a thing the other day. I did a thing the other day, Andy. I went to GameStop to look for The Last of Us just because I watched the first 3 episodes and I fell in love with it. It
sold
was
out.
sold out. So I
Bro,
had
what,
to I had to
what were
order
you
it.
expecting? What were you expecting? Of course, the moment something gets popular on television, shit sells out in the store.
I
Did
would
you?
like to.
Go
I
on, go
would
on.
like to point out it's on the PlayStation Store on your game system. Just
Yeah,
letting you
I
know.
don't have a lot of space.
Then delete some shit like or like I mean like
Exactly.
well,
I'm
listen,
a, I'm big on
okay.
having a
Whoa,
physical
whoa, whoa, whoa.
copy.
Okay, Lance, let me save you right now. Here's the thing: the more because this is why I had to stop buying physical books because I just don't have the room. The more CDs you buy, they will just pile up and pile up and pile up. At some point, your kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna have need more space in the house too. So trust me, you will benefit from just buying it digital and then just manually have it uninstall whatever it is whenever you feel like okay, I don't
Yeah.
need this game anymore. So it's like trust me, I've been where you are, and I used to live in a little one room bedroom in a one small bedroom in my parents' house. So everything was just shoved up in the closet or whatever. So do yourself a favor, just get it digital if you can. It's so much better. Plus, you
Mm.
save money on gas. I'm having to drive to the store, because
True.
gas is ain't cheap right now.
True. Well, I already ordered it, but when part 2 comes out, like remastered or whatever, I'll pre-order. I'll do that on my system.
Hmm.
I think that's out.
Is
Oh
it?
no, not for PS5, but PS4. Yes, definitely.
I'm upgraded. I'm in the future. No more PS4 for me. PS5 gang, sound off in the chat. PS5 gang. But oh, here we go. I'm plugged in, you stupid computer.
Maybe you should get a new outlet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one because this cord is wearing thin. So I cannot wait until I can rearrange this apartment. That way I could see if I could put my streaming stuff in my actual bedroom. But I can't because we have an infant in there taking up space. But it's
Wow.
it's almost
So accusatory. Like we have a freaking infant taking up space.
it's almost time
I'm
for her to
kidding.
move with her sister. So you know, almost
Bruh.
time for her to move with her sister.
Bruh.
What
Come on now.
in her sister's room? Her sister is 6. If something goes wrong in the middle of the night, she can come get us. All right, it's gonna happen
Wow,
sooner or
giving
later.
giving a 6-year-old chore.
Hey, you got to do something. I had chores at 6, but guys,
Babysitting.
yes, and it's not really babysitting if the parents are in the house. But first item of business. Oh wait, this is a great question, and also Laura brought up something very, very, very interesting. Um, yes, I am pushing my Twitch because I want to start, streaming over there sometimes too. Like reaction videos and stuff that I'd get flagged for by WB and other places that have snipers, over on YouTube. So I linked my Twitch in my description box down below. Please go give me a follow. I'm trying to build up my following over there. Gonna plan some real fun stuff to do over there with the help
And
of
I'm on
Three
Twitch too,
Dubs.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Three Dubs is on Twitch. He is sponsored by Amazon. If you didn't know
Mhm.
that, yeah, I just
No,
found
I'm
that out.
sponsored by water. Hydrate,
Oh,
quench that thirst.
but first order of business is by the the one and only Flash Podcast.
Oh my god, stop kissing my butt. I'm here. Like, you don't have to kiss my butt. I'm here. Stop it. Oh my god, oh my god, you're making me watch my own article now. I'm okay, okay.
It's worth it. Now, if
Do you
only I
like
could.
can I just be egocentric for 1 second? Do you like the visuals of the website, or do you think I should change it?
Um,
Well,
You can be honest. Like, I won't leave the show.
okay.
Just tell me.
Well, the texting is awesome, and sometimes the visual effects are pretty spot on too. Like this one, of course, we like Iris and West Town, yeah. Woo.
I was like visual effects. Like,
Yeah,
what are you talking?
the effects of the text, the exclusive interview, Eric Wallace, how it's
Oh,
slanted.
that's by our own David Jones, our graphic designer. So he just
Okay,
gave me this a PNG, but
cool.
yeah, just like the sort of the website. Like, do you like the black background, Laz? Like, do you like that it is like,
yeah.
Yes,
One
does it
I
need to be
thing.
like.
smaller?
I'm
Big?
starting to. Yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy the dim lights on everything because it's too bright, shining
Hmm,
in my
the
eyes
nighttime
at the night.
background.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
it's kind of
I
like a
get that.
cool Easter
I'm
egg.
sponsored by Crush in my mind. But what I would say is for like the exclusive interviews, I find that having the Flash podcast up here at the top, but also having it right here is kind of
Not too much.
Over,
redundant.
oh,
Yeah,
overused.
yeah,
Because
because I
it
never think
blocks you.
about. Yeah, because I don't think about the home button usually when I make these. So, but that's good. I will take that into account next time uh when I really I have a part 2 coming up, so there will be that. But also, just so, because I always put the talent in on the left side, um, but I can change it for next time. So that's fair. But what do you want? What do you want to ask me that I probably can't answer?
Um, what is going on with Jordan Fisher? I know you said wait till Wednesday, but I
Wait
know
till
you can't
Wednesday.
answer it. Yeah. But
Wait till Wednesday. Yeah.
so you guys asked some very very good questions in this.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to my co-host Hariana Hollander, who my partner in crime for it, because I could, because she and I were like a team, so we got this.
So I mean, the first things first. What Justin said. I mean, he answers the question right here. He doesn't have the full answer, but it's a combination of a lot of things. 9 seasons feels right. And personally, I always said, you can go down my Twitter thread. Man, this candy is thick.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
I always said season 9 and done. Possibly 10, but I always felt season 9 was right. Just the one to one up Arrow.
Hmm.
Especially once we started, like after last season, and seeing that they actually finally did away, or quote unquote did away with Thawne. I'm like, yeah, 9's gonna be it. Would you guys agree with that?
I mean, there's.
I oh Go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead. You
Okay,
can go ahead.
I mean, I always, because the thing was, I never expected the CW sale to be as impactful as it was. Like, I think if honestly I could have seen season 10 happen in any other year. Like, but because of the next star thing, I think that, again, he doesn't flat out say, but I personally believe that next star is a huge factor in that, because I know Flash has become a huge profitable IP for WB and for DC. So if they could, they would go on with this forever. And I'm sure Grant had a say too about like he feel like I think this is a nice place to stop. But yeah, I also think there's probably some things that Eric probably can't say because of corporate stuff, which I understand. Like I would never force him to say something that he's not allowed to. But yeah, I think I mean, yeah, again, it beats Arrow, haha. But also like yeah, it get season 9, they get to end it on their terms. So yeah,
Willish
Yeah.
World. I w- I just want to address this because I'm tired of seeing it. It wouldn't have done anything to reference the future newspaper because that future newspaper changed to 2019 and then we never saw it again. So I mean, it could have went on to season 11, 12, and 13. The newspaper would have nothing to
Don't
do
tease
with that.
me.
I mean, like the Flash could have ended in season 3 and it would have had nothing to do with that newspaper. That's why I I get why shows put stuff like that in there, but at the same time, fans get attached to it. Like honestly, me being a avid comic book reader, I never thought that they would follow through with that, exact article, especially once you get to Legends of Tomorrow and after season 1, the Hawks leave and they're like right dead and center in the article. Like half the people in the article were not even involved on the shows in 2019. You started adding new people to the show that were not in the article. So it's like, why
and
get
also
attached?
let's also remember that that newspaper was set up by a former administration, Jesus, creative team administration, the Flash administration, the White House. No, but a different writing team altogether. Those two creators that we don't really talk about, they're not with the show anymore. So it is unreasonable, I think, for some. I mean, again, I know it's cool or whatnot, but I think it's also unreasonable that Eric should have to uphold to something that wasn't even part of his tenure on the show.
Yep.
So, um, yeah,
Now let me go and find this other part that you guys hit on the head about the comment. And then we'll talk about the other the Max Mercury thing because dude,
that was cool.
I am so pissed. Oh, I was looking forward to that. So so it says speaking of happy endings, because we know that in the comics Barry has not always had the most pleasant conclusions. A lot of people are under this theory that somehow Barry is going to still vanish and become the lightning bolt that strikes himself in 2013. Can you rule that out? Eric Wallace says, I can tell you that's not happening because I didn't even know about that. That's interesting. No, that's not the ending. It will be a happy ending. We want people to be crying with tears of joy. It'll be a lot of tears and a lot of bittersweet memories and a lot of old faces, hopefully, fingers crossed. We have to check people's schedules. Jordan Fisher, Jordan Fisher, Jordan Fisher. All right. I just had to throw that out there, Broadway, something happened to Broadway where he has to come back and go to Vancouver for a day. Is that bad? Is that bad to say? I need Bart. I need Bart. Okay. But I don't want to get people too excited. There's a lot of balls to juggle and a lot of people who have been doing other things. They've moved on and it's not as easy. Wanting something isn't enough. Making it actually be a reality sometimes is the unfortunate fact that we just can't accomplish due to schedule. Talk to me in 6 months from now and we'll see where we got. So yeah, for the simple fact that in the comics, the only reason why he became that is because he was dead, so he had to strike a younger version of himself to make sure that the Flash came to fruition. It wouldn't really make sense because why would Eobard Thawne a different version of Eobard Thawne who manufactured a fake lightning bolt. How would a manufactured fake lightning bolt be a dead version of Barry? Like, I want everybody to really think about that. A manufactured lightning bolt that Eobard Thawne made happen. Why would Thawne make Barry be the lightning bolt that strikes himself? He manufactured it. So if he wants to kill Barry, why would he kill him just to bring him back? That doesn't add up to me. That will never add up to me. It's like you have to
It's
think
kind of
about
like
it in
the
that context.
Saboteur. What came first, Saboteur or Bear?
Yeah,
Time Remit.
and I'm like, I don't get the fascination with wanting Barry to like die and so the man has suffered enough. Just let him have a happy ending. Then you have to take into account if this does happen, sure, Iris might end up pregnant with Nora, but that would erase Bart in my thinking. Or it might erase both of them because we know for some reason Barry thought it was a good idea to tell his wife, oh yeah, you're going to be pregnant in 3 months, so let's ruin the surprise.
And it's going to be a girl. Whoops.
So it's like it's a million little things that go against that theory that people are not thinking about. Like, you'll be erasing the kids, and then that'll make Wally be pissed because he'll be like, you changed the future, Barry. You changed it without talking to me. Praise Bebo. But that's just my thinking. But like, Andy, like, you guys asked some hard-hitting questions. This little bit about what Wally's gonna be doing. Like, everybody knows, like, Wally West is the Flash I grew up with. I'm excited about him coming back. Just to hear Eric's, enthusiasm over the storyline that's gonna be going on with Wally. Did you ask him about why he didn't get a new suit?
No, because I know the answer to that because they probably can't afford it.
Yeah, I
but
know,
also,
but
but also, I like the Kid Flash costume. It's sick.
I like it too, but I would like to. They could have just repainted a Grant costume yellow and red. Paint it like they did the Atom suit.
Isn't the original reverse Flash suit a somewhat variation of Wally's? Well, Wally's is somewhat variation of the OG reverse Flash suit.
Is it? No, because the OG Reverse Flash is
No, the same
lightning bolt.
material. Same
Yeah,
material.
yeah. Patent leather.
Yeah.
The CW had a leather fetish for years.
What do you mean they still have a leather fetish?
That's true. That's true. Wait,
Have you not seen what's on?
this is hilarious. The name is
Lol.
Lightning Bolt. New suit is in apartment 4. Oh, okay.
I like Eobard's new suit. I love that it's a full on yellow suit.
Yeah, I do too. With the red boots.
Yeah,
Do
I think what?
Do you think that we will see our, Matt Letcher-thon wear that suit? I'm under the impression that we're getting a Reverse Flash origin story or something of the sort. Do you think that since this new timeline is set in, do you think it's going to be the one that just that the time wraiths keep gifting with life and he's good? Or do you think it's like going to be the OG, I'm a short little man and I get pissed that my hero came and stole
he's not that short. He's pretty tall. Like, I've stood next to Tom Cavanaugh. He's tall, and I've seen Matt Letcher. Like, I think I know how tall he is. He ain't short. All I will say is Wednesday would probably be a good time to check out that interview.
What time is it going up?
It will be right after the premiere. I'm literally editing it as we speak. I mean, not right now, but I've been editing it. So,
see,
and
this is why we have Andy, on the show. All right, I get all the nuggets I need. All right, I'm gonna be the. Just send the article to me. I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to read it on my iPad and put my iPad on my TV. That way, I could just be blown up in my face.
It's gonna be videos, so that might
Oh,
be
really?
hard.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
That's
you
even
th-
better. All right, that's
you
even better.
listen. We sat for an hour, me and Eric and Toddy and chatted. So like, yeah, of course it will be video. We had it was he was actually at his. They're back now in the studio for the season because they're not having to do it over Zoom or Teams or whatever
Yeah,
and so on.
that's
Um,
good. That's good because I know that being like just being with the team and like in an actual writers room and stuff. I know that that's like
it makes it
nice to have.
easier,
It makes it real
definitely.
easier.
And he definitely has some cool. He has some cool flash posters hanging behind him that I think some fans will be pretty happy about. Nothing. There's no new. There's nothing new. There's nothing new there. So it's everyone can chill down. Like I don't know anything about new posters coming out. I would love a new poster.
I would love a
Because you know
poster for 13 new posters. I would like 13 new posters.
Do you know any? Do you know if he was asked to be involved with the Teen Wolf movie? Because he was working on the show at one
I
point.
don't know how. I mean, he was. I mean, I know he's definitely officially not involved because his name is nowhere in the credit. But we talked a little about the Teen Wolf movie actually because I know he um because he worked on the show and so on. So thank God I didn't spoil that one for him. But he we definitely talked a little bit about it. So
Was he excited to see what they came up with?
yeah, he hadn't seen it yet. So it was just funny to see him just like he started like he because the thing is Eric is a fan himself of these things, so he started like thinking out loud about like how some of these things were possible and so on. I'm just being like, you're not repeating your mistake from June last year, Andy. Just shut up and just nod. Um, but he no he yeah hopefully by now he has seen it.
I hope he enjoyed it.
But what was the original question? Sorry, I lost track.
Same
Um,
here.
I lost track. I lost track too. It's just good having you back on the show, man. But
Yeah, no,
so
I told Lance that like Mondays are like usually my worst days because I have a lot of work to do plus schoolwork. But as of October this year, I will be done with school, so that will give me half my days back. But yeah, I figured, hey, it's the 2 days before the premiere. Let me just check in and say hi to everyone.
good to have you back. Oh, I was gonna cry. So
He's definitely tried. I will say he's definitely been trying. I feel bad every time. Like I don't think I can make it.
but I mean, I understand you, busy man. You're doing a lot. By the way, my wife still wants you to try to hook her up with that interview with Joseph Morgan. I told her like that's impossible, and it kind of worries me that she just wants to talk to this man so much. Um, I,
It's probably her what is it, this celebrity, if you could date
yeah,
anyone.
it is. It is.
Is I mean, he's definitely very charming, and I when he kept saying my name, I'm like, and you can't pass out. If you pass out, you will never get to do any of these ever again. So I'm just like, yes, Joseph Morgan, I affirm, I agree. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna start interrupting. Go for it, Lance.
So the part about Max Mercury, I think
Yes.
that was really cool that they hadn't decided whether it was going to be male or female. And the part that really stood out to me was going to be the indigenous origins, Native American, and the CW and WB. They backed him 100%. And by the CW, I mean old CW.
Lance.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Uh,
sorry, I was reading the text. But I really thought that was cool, and just like he was fanning out thinking about it, I was too. Like this entire quote, it made me mad because I'm like, we're not gonna be able to see this.
Yeah, no, that was a bummer generally, and at the end of the day, I felt because some people were getting mad at this quote, being like they could have introduced him earlier. But the thing is, like, people don't understand how difficult it is to make television. You
Yeah,
know, for all we know, maybe when he wanted to try and get Max on back in the earlier season, maybe he wasn't allowed to. Because remember, also DC has to also say, yes, you can use them. No, you can't use it. And not to throw shade at anyone, a couple years ago, Dan Dio was in the house, and we have heard that he hasn't always been the easiest to work with.
yeah.
So it could have been that he was like, "Nope, I don't want Max to get any exposure outside of comics. I don't want him. You can't have him." So maybe by the time it was allowed, it was too late because CW is getting full on next star. So
Yeah, which it sucks, but I mean it is what it is at the end of the day. It's just this character description alone is amazing, and
I wouldn't say the
along
character description. It's just more like
well,
what he was
what
thinking.
yeah like what his mind was, and that just shows you like Eric Wallace, he has amazing ideas. It's just what they allow him to do and how they allow him to execute them and when he can execute them. And if we would have got a season 10, it's another article floating around out there with a new interview with him. If it's by who is it? Um Nerds of Color. Um I'm not gonna pull it up here, but uh it's it's uh it it's basically saying like if he would have got a season 10, they would have wrapped up the Legends of Tomorrow storyline. How, I do not know.
Yeah, because that's 8 cast members you would have to get back, and
Yeah,
that's
they were gonna
I would say maybe that was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I think maybe that's what he was hoping he could do, but
yeah,
I don't think one way or the other it was like locked down. I think locking in a character like Max Mercury versus getting all the Justice League characters and Little Legends and Despero and etc. and so on is I think that's what I would have hoped to have done because that would have cost a lot of money, which probably means that maybe it would have been a shorter season. I don't know.
they wanted to he wanted to do the Forever War storyline, which they teased. They wanted to do the Blackest Night storyline, which they started hinting at last year with Diggle in the Box. So is he confirming that the box was a Green Lantern thing? The description that they wrote for Thawne to talk about seemed like it was a transmatter cube.
I mean, I think that's what. Oh well, look at that. Well.
Apparently, this new fancy extra line they put under there cuts off my face. Probably for the best. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
Yep, and then they talk about a Despero storyline. Despero was coming back in season 10. Man,
They also set up the monkey at the end of Crisis, I think. Yeah.
Gleek. I don't. Yeah, and they said the Justice League was going to factor into the Despero storyline as well. So, do you know what that means, Andy? I was gonna get my Batwoman fix again. All right.
At least you're getting her this season.
Twice.
Yeah, actually more than twice. Because as long as Red Death is on the screen, I'm imagining it's Ryan Wild. It's Javicia in the suit like 99% of the time because we know it's Ryan Wilder. So get all credited screen time you can. Because
So Lance is going to get all hot and bothered over someone that might be a guy under the suit.
I'll take that. I'll take it. I just want to say this, James Gunn, if you're watching, you probably aren't, but if you stumble across this, if somebody decides to clip this part,
Hi, James Gunn.
if you ever need a Batwoman, if you want to extend the Bat family, you're already doing Damian Wayne. Just you can have both Bat women. Because Ryan Wilder is a comic book character now. Like, she's canon. She may not be a Bat person yet, but she's in the DC universe now. Just sprinkle a little Ryan in there, and you have the perfect actress, Javicia Leslie. That's my shameless plug. Shameless plug. I have no problem with that. But yeah, Andy, keep these articles coming, man. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
Andy, give us more content, man. What's taking you so long?
Wednesday night, you will have some
Where is our interview with Chegra?
I've never talked to them, actually, now that I think about it.
Why have we not got more information about Officer Korber?
I haven't talked to her either.
Oh my God, Andy, why do we even keep you here?
Do you know if the one officer that decided to go Breaking Bad on all metas is gonna randomly show back up this season?
Ooh, we don't have any information on her yet.
Oh, that is true.
Remember
the Jones, Officer Jones, that back in season 5, Spencer Young hypnotized him into throwing a bomb, so he decided, oh, I hate all metas. I'm gonna help.
Listen, I blocked out most of season 5 in my head because I hate. Like, listen,
you are.
Listen, Eric. I told Eric this to him personally, bro. I was getting ready to drop the show in the middle of season 5, and then the announcement he was taking over for Todd Helbig. I'm like, okay, I'm staying because I was getting fed up. I could not deal with.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was right there with you.
Hold on, guys. I got a knock at the door. I'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
It's Chegra. But
season 5 was something. But next topic. I'm not gonna lie.
People posing.
I'm hearing good things from the early screening from that Supernatural convention that they showed the pilot for Gotham Knights at, which is honestly kind of unheard of to do that. But I guess since it's Misha Collins, they just let it happen. Yeah. I guess. I mean, that's cool.
Collins. He's literally the only reason they showed it.
Yeah, and honestly, Pagey said it best on his video that he posted earlier today. They could just be saying it's nice because it's their favorite actor, and of course, they're not gonna critique and trash it. But I mean, I'm keeping an open mind. Mm-hmm. I really wish, out of all the Bat family that they had, you make an original character that's not even, at least when they did it on Batwoman, she was becoming Batwoman. That's my whole thing. Like Turner Hayes, he could have easily just been Dick Grayson or Jason Todd or Tim Drake.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Gunn. I appreciate you dropping by. I will keep that to myself. No worries. Oh, hi, guys. How are you? Sorry about that.
So, Andy, I know you can't speak too much on it. Just make a face. Oh, there's Hogwarts. Just make a face if you liked it.
Here's what I can. Wait, let me check my embargo email. 1 sec.
You're talking about Gotham Knights?
Yeah.
We're talking about Gotham Knights.
All right. So, I mean, I made this tweet, and I'm sure maybe you might have saw it, but like, it was getting anywhere from okay to good reviews at the Supernatural convention. Now, the one thing I'll say on that, fair, is they're already fans of Misha Collins.
Yep, I just said that.
So, okay, I was busy talking to Mr. Gunn. Yeah, so, I mean, you can always throw that in as a, will they care the same as DC fans will? That is a big question mark. But it's better than not having good reviews. I mean, people could have walked away from it going, this isn't my thing.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Okay.
Who knows?
I'm going to tread very carefully here because their wording is a little iffy to me. Here's what I will say. I think the marketing for the show is not doing it justice. There's a reason I binged all 6 episodes.
Andy is here to proclaim it's going to win all of the Emmys.
I did. Eddie said no such thing. He said no.
I heard-
it's not Chainsaw Reacts.
no,
it's not
no,
King Jones Reacts.
I
This
said
is
no
this is what I heard, and my head wouldn't lie to me.
I did not say any such thing. I will. I will have a full review when I'm allowed to give my thoughts fully. But I do think that the trailers are not doing the show justice.
They didn't do justice for Batwoman either.
The Batwoman one was the worst thing ever created as a promotion ever.
Yeah.
That sank the show 60% right out of the gate. It never survived because of it.
I just what I'll say is like what threw me off was the first trailer where they're like where Carrie Kelly says he used to call me his little Robin. Then you turn around in the new promotional material and they saw that everybody hated that. So they flipped it to say she's actually Robin. So now my issue is, yes, I know there's a Titan show on right now that has a Robin costume. So you put her in Anne Hathaway's Catwoman suit.
But there's a problem with that though, because the Batman television rights is in a very funky state but that only affects broadcast. Yeah. Cable and streaming, however, that's why you can get Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, Gotham City, Batman, Joker, all these things showing up. So it is more so like a rights conundrum. But of course, CW wants to, if they can do a Bat-related show, they're going to try and do it. But now it's also, it's Nexstar now, so I don't even know what they want to do anymore.
Nexstar could get out of this by turning their station to a cable station. Then they would be out of that.
Hey, does anybody
They're already dead for
is?
7 years.
Does anybody know who this is supposed to be?
It looks like a dude that's 7 foot.
No, that's Brody.
I didn't know there was a Brody cast.
That's not fair, Andy. You've already watched the show.
I didn't know there was a Brody cast.
I beg your actual pardon, but they announced his casting. So like
nobody paid attention to the cast outside of Misha Collins.
Yeah.
The rest of the cast could be named Frank for all I know.
He's the police chief?
Oh yeah, the police chief of a high school.
It's no way he's the police chief.
He goes to the school.
Well, is that Willis? You've got to be kidding. There's no way he's the police chief. He's 12.
Is he 12?
Nah, he looks probably like about 20-ish.
He's 20. In real life, he's 27.
That's the thing about Hollywood. They always get these people that look 8 to 12 years younger than they are, eh?
Yeah. You think I could... What's the youngest I could pass for on TV? Like, do you think I could play Kid Flash?
No. Not like 15, but like if you were playing...
Wait, hold on. Let me check and see how old Jesse L. Martin's dad is. Yeah, that works.
Wait, I don't understand. Wait, I don't understand that joke whatsoever. What is it?
Actually, Lance, you could.
I'm saying that he looks very old, Mr. B.
You could actually play Kid Flash because Kanan Lonsdale is 31.
Thank you. I could have been recast, and when I came back, I could have said, and I'm already wearing yellow. And I could have just been, I wouldn't mind being on the show and just laying on the floor, for the majority of my filming day. I'd still be Kid Flash. I could say when I was with Kamamala and I was in the Speed Force Nora rearranged my face and made me more light skinned.
It's crossover season and Lance fell asleep.
that could work. That's a good excuse. Speed Force Nora did it to me. But so these are character posters. Still don't know. This is Brody apparently. I guess we'll meet him with the show. Guys, I am watching the show. I'm going to watch the first few episodes. I'm going to give it a fair chance because trailers can be misleading. That was not
Name
the
one
case
trailer that's ever misled anything ever. Besides all the other ones.
That's true.
I think Misha Collins' character photo is the most comic. You got the
He looks
his
like
actual
Cash
suit,
Biel.
his actual hero suit.
He looks like Kaz. He just looks like Kaz in a different trench coat.
Yeah,
Cash
you
with
know,
a
that's
shorter
that's
trench
the
coat.
that's the one thing they had to do. They're like, okay, we need a color that's not beige. It can be any other color but beige, guys.
But I'm sure he killed his role. This is a what is his name?
Colin Rowe.
Cullen Rowe. Looking forward to the take on this character. He looks very CW. He looks like Sin off of Arrow.
Yeah,
with the
I was
hair.
thinking. I was thinking it.
Like they gave him like the generic CW teen angst hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing the take on the character.
Stephanie Brown.
I know that every time I see this actress, I just think about she played a crazy girl that tried to kill one of the characters on All American because she was jealous of their
The
friendship.
fuck is happening on that show?
Yeah, she tried to drive her off of a bridge. It was a time during COVID. It was a time. But Stephanie Brown might be a better interpretation than the one that was a redhead on Batwoman and then proceeded to have a story written about her going on a date with Luke in the Earth Prime comics. But we'll see. I'm not. Are there? Can you? I know the actor that plays Cullen said it wouldn't be a DC show without suits, but if the one suit he is talking about is the fact that Carrie Kelly. Oh, shut up, Train. If the
Knock, knock, who's there interrupting Train?
Can you guys hear that?
Now we can hear that.
It's just gonna keep going. I gotta move. But like if the one suit that we get in this show is going to be Carrie Kelly's cat suit with goggles that's supposed to be Robin, I'm gonna pull my hair out. But yeah, Stephanie Brown, looking forward to seeing what she does. Do you think she's gonna be a love interest to Turner Hayes?
Most likely, yes. I would also like to point out Stephanie Brown was also in Titans. Just we've never seen her in live action.
Yeah, she was in that picture of that really muscular girl. Like that was like a stock photo off of line of like from a
red haired too. It was also red hair.
Yeah. I'm blanking on her name because I didn't.
Harper Row.
Harper Row. Her alias is
Bluebird.
Looking forward to seeing this interpretation too. I'm liking the character. They're very CWS promotion photos. And I'm glad we're getting back to that because I'm tired of seeing the COVID era posters and stuff like that where they just Photoshop unused photos together, no matter if it's an old show or not.
Yeah,
CW should have just used some of my photos and just like done that.
I like that she's wearing, the Joker colors, It screams I'm the Joker's daughter. But,
and she has crazy red hair.
Crazy red hair. She's from the trailer. She reminds me of Alice. I hope she's not gonna do a Alice impression the entire time. That's all I said.
Down, down, down the rabbit. Rhymes and riddles.
So Justin says about the rumor page he heard about Superman. I mean, if it does happen,
speculation.
That's very speculative. If it happens, it happens. Like he said, take it with a grain of salt. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Like you did say in the video, that could lower costs, could keep it around. But by the title of the video, when he said Superman and Lois is moving, I'm thinking he meant it might move to HBO Max.
Well, you mean Max?
I started.
He probably worded it with the knowledge that some people would misunderstand. He was probably like, "I'm going to get some people coming here thinking it's moving to HBO Max."
Yeah, I was like, I was watching. I'm like,
I think there's a word for that. Click something.
Click something.
yeah, a little clickbait. You know, a little throw out your line and see what you catch.
He said it, not me.
I mean, but honestly, if it did move to HBO Max, if the CW cancels it, James Gunn has no choice but to do that because he gave out false hope.
No, he doesn't. I've gone over this on a couple of streams already. There's nothing in his statement that says 1 or 2 more years after this one. This could be one of those 2 years that's coming up.
True.
Season 3 could be that one.
That's true. That is very true.
In a year, people could come back, yell at him about this, and he could be like, I told you 1 or 2 more. This was one.
I will add this. I have reached out to the CW for comment about, because again, I knew people were going to miss. CW, we talked about this on Friday on Endless Multiverse. Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I said I knew people were going to misunderstand this. I knew the moment I saw that headline, I'm like, oh, fuck me, James. So I contacted the CW. They have declined to comment so far about anything regarding renewal whatsoever. So, no, James Gunn and Peter Safran do not have the mandate to decide if the CW is going to keep it around for another season or 2. Nor did, again, he literally said it in a tweet to me a couple of weeks ago. He's like, I can use whatever actor and character I want. I cannot keep shows running indefinitely. So, yeah, but it's cute that people are still doing clickbait stuff.
I mean, people always do clickbait because it's actually successful. Look at all the top channels that are out there. 80% of them are just 90% bullshit. Like,
and it helps the show grow, even though it's false.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty, guys. I've
been hearing all season that there's going to be a new Supergirl something or other coming any day now.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
Was that soda?
He was trying to be discreet about it.
Stated that Superman and Lois is safe for at least 1 or 2 more years. That's not technically wrong.
Oh, so I didn't clickbait people?
No, because this is one of those 1 or 2 more years.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm cool. Okay.
Now, people might misinterpret it, but you technically didn't clickbait.
No, on Facebook, though, they went nuts when I said that. They were like, yes, we're so happy. I'm sorry. I thought about it after. I'm like, well, it's up there now. I'm not about to delete it. It's done.
It's getting traction, so what the heck? And that one about
don't put words in my mouth. We don't know what's going to happen. They still have at least 2 more shows to renew, and that could very well be Superman and Lois. I mean, if
those shows will be Penn and Teller and World's Coolest Cat Chases or whatever the fuck they have on their channel. I don't even know what's on there anymore.
Whose line? I was about to say if you said
whose line? Right. But didn't that actually get canceled?
That actually got canceled.
Let me point out this show that costs $5 million per episode. Walker, Winchester's, Kung Fu, All American. What's the spin-off called?
Homecoming?
All-American Homecoming.
Yeah. Walker Independence.
People are going to go nuts if they cancel All-American Homecoming because that's literally like the one show on the first show on the CW with like a all-black caster. They won an award for that the other day or were recognized for it. Like the entire main cast is all African.
Well, I haven't watched either All-American or All-American Homecoming. Was there like a predominantly white cast on All-American? Because I thought that was a black cast.
All-American is the other. Tay Diggs' wife is white. They have mixed kids.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Beverly Hills school, so
It's 50-50.
yeah, and they all have like washboard abs that
Yeah,
seem
and,
impossible for high school.
When you're a millionaire, it's easy to keep that body though because you have access to the equipment to do it. Like I knew a kid that when I was younger, he lived in like my neighborhood, right? Like we were low income, very pudgy kid. His family ran into some money. They moved away. I ran into him about 4 years later. He was fit as hell, and he basically was like, "Yeah, I have like I have a gym at home now." It's a very different world. Hey, who's that?
So before we wrap this up, because like I said, we're not gonna have the stream very, very long. And Paigey, please, if you will give us a in-depth review on your thoughts on Hogwarts. I might give it a shot. I mean, I need more games to play. Andy left me in the dust on Gotham Knights months ago. So
Didn't he
What do you mean?
pre-order?
What do you mean? I left you in the dust. I am offended. No, go on.
But so this is nuts. And Canadagraphs, I just want to know, how are you able to stand still while you took these photos, seeing what you were seeing? Because like this is insane. And what else? Eric Wallace said in his interview about what part of season 1 to focus on. Paigey also did another video that has my brain like just going because of what I think is going on in the episode he told us to focus on that really deals with this guy. So like how were you able to stand still with the camera? Like how?
Well,
Officer Corber holds him.
I have to be able to stand still, or else it'll look like a normal Canadagraphs photo, which is like 7 pixels. But in all seriousness, I had to be very, 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 very quiet because they were filming in an area where technically they could have told me to leave, but because I know my way around that park well enough, I was able to figure out ways in and out of there that they were unaware of. The fact that I was like wearing all black too didn't hurt the situation. If they had known I was there, they would have come over and been like, "Hey, can you leave here? You're in shot." And I would have been like, "You're probably technically right." So I had to be very quiet. So I couldn't be like moving around and all that stuff. Once I picked a spot, I was there for like 2 hours. I had to stay in the same like 3-tree radius for like 2 hours, and it was exhausting, especially because it was raining a lot that night. So yeah, I once I was in a spot, I was basically there for like 2 hours, and then that one was out on the. So this one always I found funny because they had the lot that you saw where they were doing the scene a second ago that we had up, and then they had this. This was like they had built a little stage out in their parking lot that they had basically the same setup as in the graveyard, except the graveyard was used for a more wider scene, right? Like,
okay.
So you can see all the other graves around it. This one's clearly made just for real close-up shots.
Yeah.
It's just sitting in the parking lot, open as day, and I could see, like when I first showed up, they had it wrapped up, and I'm like, something's there, and I thought it was going to be like a Barry statue or something, right? Kind of like that Oliver one we got at the end of the series. So, because it looked bigger than it does here too. So, I was walking around, and finally at one point I noticed a couple of people up on the platform like doing things. So I walked around and I saw that and like, oh, I gotta take a photo now before it gets covered up. Sure enough, I came back like 45 minutes later, it was covered up again.
Is it bad that I like totally blanked on the fact that Eddie's real name is Edward?
Not really. I mean, I think most people, they just hear a name and they automatically think that's just a person's name. Like, if you heard someone say, like, Bob, your first thought usually isn't, oh, his name's actually Robert. Your thought's like Bob.
Yeah.
Because
I'm like Edward. I'm like, oh, that is.
You even watch the
I don't even blink an eye at the fact that your actual name is Lancelot. Like, I just assume your name is Lance.
I thought it was Geek Drums.
That's his last name.
So this shot is it like so? I'm assuming this is hilarious that they're tombstones.
So, some background on why those are like that. They do have like little pegs in the ground to hold them in place.
Yeah.
But we had 90-kilometer-an-hour winds that night.
Yikes.
It was bad enough that they were considering canceling the shoot because you can't have the cranes up in the air after like X amount of kilometers an hour. But luckily, they were able to wait it out and work through it. But I don't think I posted it, but I have a photo somewhere where like half the tombstones are knocked over by the wind. So they had to prop them up with something to make sure they didn't fall over because they're just styrofoam, right? They're not real tombstones.
So I assume this is him like just digging up his grave.
Yep. Well, digging up a grave, can't say for certain it's his. Just that they had a set out in the parking lot that had the exact same design that had dirt dug up around it. To say
wait, hold on. Let Paige make a video and he will say that is his grave.
Paige, are you working on that video yet?
So basically,
I thought this was a Ben move.
So basically, Eddie is a grave robber now, and
well, he hasn't taken anything from the grave that we know of yet.
So I'm just gonna guess. It's gonna be a crazy guess. Perry's gonna have to travel to the future because something's gonna be wrong with Nora, because he's gonna do something. If this really is Eddie, or I mean, seeing how they did with quote unquote Ronnie Storm, Ronnie D Storm, Ronnie Death Storm. Seeing how they did that, if this really is Eddie, he's gonna do something to Nora, and then the good Thawne that's always being, reborn by the time race, he's gonna have to get involved, but he can't get too involved because if he does something to Eddie, that erases him. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws.
Or it could
I'm not very good at theory, so I'm not even going to try and break that down.
Debunk my theory, Andy. Go ahead, debunk it.
There's a reason I've turned on my camera. I'm not talking about any of the final 3 episodes.
I'm trying to be like Andy when I grow up. I'm older than Andy though, so
yeah. That's the funny thing. Like, you don't want to be me when you grow up.
Now, is Jennifer Wilson anybody important?
I don't think so, because there was about 100-ish tombstones out there. They just had to put names on them, right?
Is there one for H.R. Wells?
That's a nod to my mother.
No,
actually.
Here's the funny thing, though. There was one that said Wells on it, but it was some other name, and it was like an older person, like he had died in like 1960. Oh. And it crossed my mind to think about it for a second, but I don't think I ever took a photo of it because it wasn't that impressive.
Look at Kayla Compton up there doing her directorial debut. Look at her.
Remember when everyone thought, like, oh my god, Kayla directed episode 11, that means episode 11 is not going to be important.
And I hate the fact that people have to realize directing and writing the episode are 2 different things. She literally went to school for this. This is what she studied. This is what she was working with that Warner Brothers, I guess, internship thing, if you want to call it.
Director's workshop.
The director's workshop. They announced this. Like, what was this, like about 2 years ago when she was doing it?
Good Lord, 2 years? It was last year.
It was last year? I know it was something. They announced it. How didn't people expect this to happen?
I think it's not so much that that they have a problem with Kayla Compton directing as much as it is that they can't get past the fact that Kayla Compton is not Allegra Garcia.
That's true. And
that is where this problem always comes down to, is people associate a person to a character and they're just like that. I can't believe they let Allegra direct. It's like, no, you know what? Allegra is not directing because this isn't the real world. It's just like if who's even more unpopular.
Danny Nicolette.
The Flash podcast.
Flash podcast.
Andy, you're popular. Andy, you're
No,
popular
what
because
was
like your best. You have all of like the West Allens behind you.
okay? I have an example, and it's a great polarizing example. Imagine if Donna Smoke, actress, got to direct an episode. Half of the fandom would have been like, "This is the greatest thing ever." The other half would have been like, "What a stupid idea," without taking in the fact that Charlotte Ross is not Donna Smoke.
They would be thinking she's out there in a mini skirt and heels, just
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the middle of winter, just direct.
In cold ass Vancouver.
It's just like Jennifer Morrison, who used to be on Once Upon a Time. She started doing directing gigs, and I remember someone at the time is like, "I wonder, how Emma's going to direct this." And I'm like, Emma's a fictional character, right? And I even said to him, like, she's not going to be out there in a red jacket. Like, she's going to be out there. She's going to be out there directing,
That's like,
She's not gonna have neon
Yeah,
lights.
exactly.
going on.
Melissa directed on Supergirl. Did everyone think of it like, oh, obviously Supergirl is directing the episode? She could probably just hold the crane up by herself.
I saw a lot of people doing
it. When David Ramsey directs. Tom Cavanaugh directed No, they did do it when Tom Cavanaugh directed Superman. They were like, I can't believe I bet Reverse Flash is gonna show up.
Oh my God, yeah, I did see stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, what?
That was the dumbest theory ever. You all know he doesn't have time to be.
By the way, guys, I don't want to break this to you, but Eric Wallace is directing an episode. I think he might be in the show.
He might walk up to Allegra and Chester, especially Allegra because he created her.
Maybe he's gonna
be an autograph.
No, he might be the ceremony dude for their wedding. I can't remember the guy's name that does the wedding stuff.
But will he get obliterated like the one from the West Allen wedding?
Don't wish it upon him.
Only if an alternate Chegra shows up to attack.
Will they be from Earth X though? I mean, who?
Andy, will they be from Earth X? Oh, Andy just vanished on us.
I mean,
I love how you guys think it's so funny that like if I give spoilers, it's like haha, everything's gonna be fine. No, I will be sent to Warner Brothers jail.
That's fine, Andy, because we won't be.
I mean, that's the one thing I don't want, and I'm glad you're tight-lipped because you're not like all of these other.
Grace Randolph.
Yeah.
Grace
Well, I mean, I guess Grace Randolph did get what she wanted with all of the slander that she was throwing at Henry Cavill. Like she had a hard-on for that man of just hatred. She
Is there anyone? Okay, I don't follow her on the regular, so I only hear about the most negative things. Is there anyone she actually likes? Because I know she hates Jessica Chastain. She hates Henry Cavill. Yeah. Like, is there a person who she's just like, you know what? This is a wonderful addition.
Herself.
Yeah.
I guess if you need someone to play the Wicked Witch, I mean.
Yeah, like I guarantee you, she's gonna have something bad to say about Jonathan Majors and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Andy, have you done an interview for that yet?
For what?
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh, sweetie, you think that I'm that important? No, first of all, I'm too brown for Marvel. But second,
oh my God!
Well, I mean,
did they not do Miss Marvel last year?
They didn't invite a lot of them to the Black Panther premiere.
Oh, really?
Because Lance, let's go here. Listen, you both know they like them diversity points. You know that. No. Oh, on the serious note, I didn't get to do Miss Marvel last year, which was like the most heartbreaking thing for me. But as far as Ant-Man press stuff going, I'm sure, listen, we have great teams at Screen Rant that takes care of those things. I don't know who's doing, but I know I cannot do as good of a job, so I will leave it to them. And also, I don't know if I could realistically enough keep a straight face in front of Evangeline Lilly because obvious reasons.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that. I'll take that. That's cool.
See, no tea, no cryptic pose, no, just like I'm not doing it because I wasn't asked.
Maybe one day, I will. But before we jump off of here, because it's just like Canadagraphs, I have to go eat dinner as well. Dinner
And
that
your
I
light
cooked.
went off apparently.
No, it didn't.
It looks like the back of. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like the background is darker.
I just
than
realized
I have my other light on.
3Dubs and I apparently matched outfits before the show started. Like,
wow.
is it
The shirt is too tiny though, so.
Lance, Andy, why have you not teamed up yet? Come on.
Well, I turned off my camera because as soon as you got all going to flash portals, I'm like, I'm just gonna turn off my camera. Because I know you're like, listen. Jordan does it. My co-host does it. Like at some point, I'm waiting for my own mother who doesn't even watch the Flash to come be like, "Hey, so what's up with the West Island?" I'm like, I got no idea.
Andy, tell us what is up with it, West Allen.
In a serious note, it's a phenomenal season premiere. I cannot wait for everyone to see. I think it's a good setup for what's to come. It has a lot of season one vibe to me, in my opinion. And for all West Island fans out there, we will be eating. There will be gifts. There will be edits. There will be, I'm sure, 3Dubs will do an amazing West Island logo. But
Oh my God!
Listen, we're going to be having a West Island smorgasbord on Wednesday. So
I decided. Sorry to cut you off, Andy, but I want to say this before I forget. So I just decided to go into Google Maps because I frequently got it open. I just typed in West Allen. There's a West Allen Grill on West Allen Street in Wentzville, Missouri.
I thought it was going to be West Allenville.
If you are a West Allen fan, you have to go to the West Allen Grill on West Allen Street in Wentzville, Missouri, or else you're not a real fan. They're open at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I expect you all there. What the hell? There's a cat here now.
There's also a
Hello,
dog.
kitty cat.
There's a dog behind me.
Hi, doggy.
But guys, we're going to hop off of here, but be prepared because next Wednesday, it's all Flash, all stream.
I mean, that's next Monday.
Yeah, that's what I said. Next Monday.
You said next Wednesday.
Oh, Jesus.
Next Wednesday.
Next Monday, we will be breaking down the episode. We will be saying what we liked, and I'm sure 3Dubs will say something he didn't like.
Well,
will be
please
breaking
don't
down
change
the
today
promo
because
next-
I have this set up for Monday night.
I'm not changing. I got tongue twisted because the Flash is on Wednesday. But guys, the Flash is back Wednesday. Do not miss it. I would like to thank 3Dubs, the Arrowverse set photographer, who will unfortunately be out of Arrowverse sets to photograph in a few months.
Maybe James Gunn will film some of his shows in Vancouver.
Yeah, he might. Get Waller. Viola Davis is gonna be like, "Hey, you, come here. I will throw you in my state-of-the-art prison." How would you feel if Viola Davis?
I think you're getting the actress mixed up with the character.
I think she might be a method actor like that, like in that role.
Jared Leto.
The way she channels that energy.
She's just on her off time going around offing people.
Putting bombs in people's heads and be like, now go do crime for me.
She might.
Send them
if I had to guess, I wouldn't be shocked if Boost to Gold is a show that ends up in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Like Waller, like listen, when you're Viola Davis, like listen, she did you see what happened last night?
What happened last night?
Didn't she win an award? Wasn't there an award show last night? Maybe I dreamt that.
The Grammys, yeah. She won the award.
Yeah. They will film the show where
she won a Grammy?
I mean, she won an award for something. I just know it was an award show last night.
Well, yeah, the Grammys were last night.
Well, she won something.
Really? What the hell did she do that won a Grammy?
She won an award. I don't know if it was a Grammy, but I know it was an award.
Well, last night was the Grammys. Yeah, the first thing that comes up when I type in Viola Davis is Viola Davis Grammy.
She won a Grammy for real?
She's an Ego winner now.
Oh, what did she get a Grammy for? Did she sing?
She had grandkids, and she got called
audiobook.
Audiobook.
Oh,
but it's still a Grammy. It's still a Grammy. She is the 18th ever Ego winner.
She won her first Grammy for her performance of the audiobook for her memoir, Finding. Wait, so you can? I didn't know. That's cool. Well, listen, I love Viola Davis, so I'm bless her, proud of her. But yeah, wherever Viola Davis wants to film is where they're gonna film. That is what's gonna happen. If she says we're doing it in fucking LA, they're doing it in fucking LA.
Do it in my backyard.
Yeah, I bet Boost to Gold. You know what, Canadagraphs, that Wonder Woman show could, depending on what islands are looking for, could maybe do something. No, actually,
nah, we don't really have a tropical feel here for that type of stuff.
The one thing I actually wanted to see was Wonder Girl because that sounded really cool. The one with the
find a different timeline and go over there.
Yeah, find the timeline pre-COVID. Let me know what you think. Let me know if Black Lightning stayed on the air.
Oh, it did. Definitely did.
But let's try these again. I'd like to thank 3 Dubs, Canadagraphs, and Andy for joining me today. Hopefully, Andy will be why did you take us off already?
Yeah, didn't.
Hopefully, will be able to join us again next week. If you are not
try.
He will try. I'll take it. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the alert bell. Go in my description box and friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I had a Teen Wolf video that blew up overnight, and it's still going. Some haters, some people that loved it, but it blew up overnight. It was crazy, and it's still going. I've been posting my nitpicks of the film because I have to be an equal opportunity critic. I
thought you said something completely different there.
But I've been posting my nitpicks of the film. I posted a new video playing drums yesterday. Just something because I have to
I have a question for that.
Part. Yeah.
Why the middle? Why not just the drums and the hands? But you have
my book bag was sliding down. It's a very cramped space. My book bag was sliding.
Okay, get a tripod.
Yeah, I forgot. It's in my closet. I gotta remember to grab it this weekend. But
put it in your car so you always have it.
Yeah, I am. I'm just that lazy though.
Yeah, I noticed. I have to do everything for you.
Yeah. So thank you guys for having me. I will just remind everyone that Wednesdays when the full Eric Walls interview will drop on DC Podcast YouTube channel. I might be setting up another flash interview with someone as we speak. So
Javicia Leslie?
It's not
Officer
her.
Corber?
Yes.
But Javicia Leslie they just posted an interview with her.
You mean a YouTube video on Warner Brothers TV? Yeah,
Yes.
That's cute.
Yeah, go watch it. Blow it up. I have a problem.
I don't know if Warner Brothers has me blocked or not. I mean, the country, not me specifically. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way, but a lot of Canada have all those American stations have a problem with letting Canadians see things.
So speaking of black, did you hear what Brandon McKnight said?
Yes, I did.
What did he say?
I was.
He's brought me up twice now.
What did he say?
So someone asked him something about I forgot how the topic came up.
Set images.
It's something about like one of the spoilers recently, right? And he basically was like, I can't talk about that or something like that. And someone else in the chat right after that brought up my name, and they're like, like, what do you think of him? And he basically was like, like he's talked about it now 2 streams in a row because someone keeps bringing it up, and he basically was like, like, oh, I fucking hate the fact that he posts spoilers, but I respect his hustle for doing it, like, and the first time he said it, he's like, I hate him for doing it. Oh, he's always there. He always gets everything. He's like, but I respect the hustle for doing it. He's like, but in the end, they always turn out grainy anyways.
That was awesome.
Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Flash 89 premieres on Wednesday.
Now you can throw that up. We will be back next Monday, guys. Hey, follow me on Twitch. It's in the description box. I'm trying to run those numbers up because I want to do edgy streams on Twitch. That way I can have Andy on Twitch and he could do all the cursing he wants.
But I've already been cursing here.
That's true.
Yeah.